I've had this Rubbermaid shed behind me for a year now, and when I was going to buy it, I was looking for a cheap shed, but should I have spent more money? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you what this shed looks like after a year up here in New England, and I'll let you decide whether I made the right choice or not going so cheap on my shed purchase. I was expecting it to be kind of flimsy and move around, in the wind or when I give it a shake test, and it doesn't. It really is solid. Now, the panels do give when you push on them, but the whole shed itself is a really sturdy unit. Something that I think is just pretty much useless on a plastic shed like this is somewhere to put a padlock. It's a plastic shed, you put a padlock on there, I'm pretty sure I could just rip it open anyway without much force. So something that's not quite right, it's really hard to tell actually, is this roof part here is not quite sitting correctly on above the windows on this little dormer section here, so I probably want to correct that at some point, but it's not leaking, so there's no immediate need. And it's hard to tell at this angle here, but there's been no color fade. This section here gets the most amount of sun, and it looks very similar to the rest of it, and to be honest, it doesn't actually get a lot of sun where it is. So this side here is getting the most amount, but it's fairly similar to the rest of the shed. And here's the other side. It's all in the shade, so it should be doing pretty well and shouldn't have a lot of fade on it. Now, the first thing you'll be able to notice is the fact that the floor is bending underneath the weight of my lawnmower, and that's because I've got paver base on there instead of a solid floor, but it's not too bad. It's just where the wheels sit, and I knew this was probably going to happen anyway, so I'm not overly concerned about that. It's because I went cheap on the base as well. So there's nothing against the shed, it's just my workmanship on what I use for a base. Instead of building a platform or putting the shed on concrete, I put it on paver base. This is to save some money, and you can see here the paver base underneath. I can see where some of the low spots are, where I've had to put some rocks under there just to support the side of the shed. So something I've struggled with in this shed is finding places to store things. A lot of stuff is stored on the floor or hanging from the rafters. Like you can see these two hoses hanging here. The ladder is up there, and so is my gutter cleaning mechanism. And that's because you can't really secure anything to the wall. And if you do want to secure something, you have to go and get a Rubbermaid hanging solution like this. And this is about $30. And to be honest, I've got two of them, and I can't really store a lot of equipment that I have. Like my weed eaters can't really go on these, and my backpack blower. So I need to find a better storage solution, and that's because there's nothing to screw into. It's just a bunch of plastic. So Rubbermaid have kind of captured the market here, where you have to buy their storage solutions, and they're just expensive. As for the build quality of the shed, considering it's not on a completely level surface, it's held up really well. There are no gaps opening up, no panels have come loose, and everything's still together. And the best part, there's no water inside here. There's some oil on the floor, but there's no water getting in, so everything in here is staying dry. And it's so dry that some spiders and small animals may have moved in. Watch out, Winnie. Watch out, Winnie. Yay! And you can lock one side in place from the inside. Got a couple of latches there. And then when you go to close this door, it's on a hill, so I have to put a stone there to stop it closing on me. It just clips into the top. You give a little kick at the bottom, and then that's it closed. And it doesn't open up when it's windy or anything. It just stays closed. It's actually fairly secure. I mean, if someone wants to, they can just come and take everything. What I've noticed is there is water in the door, so I'm not too sure how that got in there. There must be holes somewhere. Not the end of the world. It's not going to rot or anything, so that's fine. We're building this shed again. The only thing I would do differently is actually put a proper base underneath. At the time, wood and concrete was just too expensive, so this was a cheaper alternative, and it's not causing any problems right now. And I'm going to come up with some solutions on storage on the inside just to get things off the ground and make it look a little bit neater.